Thank you and good afternoon. Like my colleagues, I'm very pleased to be here. It's always good to be home. My name is Jasmine Huggins, and I am the ambassador of St. Kitts and Nevis to the Republic of China, Taiwan. When I say the word Taiwan, I think everybody in St. Kitts would know of that country. You do not have to look very far to see the impact on our landscape, the result of a wonderful friendship, an enduring friendship that we've had for the past 32 years. In fact, Taiwan was the first country that St. Kitts and Nevis established diplomatic relations with after we became independent. And that was based on our common values, the respect for democratic principles, the rule of law, respect for human rights. We decided in 2008 to open an embassy and have a physical presence in Taiwan. I was tasked with going to Taiwan to open the embassy, and we did so, and as a result of that decision, we have seen a tremendous boost in the strengthening of our relationship. We have looked at areas such as renewable energy, and in fact, quite recently, I think within the last 2 weeks or so, with the assistance of Taiwan, we have just opened another solar farm. We've also worked with Taiwan in the area of the provision of scholarships for many of our students. Currently, there are approximately 46 students from the Federation studying in Taiwan. We have had students who have been in Taiwan and who have returned home and have been making great contribution to the Federation. In the area of tourism, the embassy would participate annually in the International Travel Fair that brings together thousands of people from Southeast Asia to Taipei to attend this fair, and St. Kitts would have a booth, and we would be visited by thousands of people. And we're very pleased, along with the embassy, along with the students, we're very pleased that we can expose them to the wonderful things that we have in the Federation. We also will be looking at trade missions to come to St. Kitts and Nevis to interact with the Chamber of Commerce. And in fact, the Chamber of Commerce was just in Taiwan. I think it was in February, and they have made linkages with certain businesses, and we will be hoping that a trade mission will come from Taiwan to the Federation, and we will be able to build on what we were able to achieve with the visit of the Chamber of Commerce from St. Kitts and Nevis.
A pleasant good afternoon to all. My name is Verna Morris, and I'm currently serving as the Charge d'Affaires of St. Kitts and Nevis at our embassy based in Havana, Cuba. As you may know, the embassy is very young in that we're approaching 2 years since the establishment of the embassy in Havana, Cuba. And I've been posted at a time when Cuba is actually going through some interesting developments in its history with the U.S. And I'm very happy to be there at this time to experience history as it unfolds. Last year, I had the opportunity to witness the reopening of the U.S. Embassy in Havana and to be present at the activity with the Secretary of State, Mr. Kerry. And it was quite interesting, and because of the changes that have been happening with the U.S. towards Cuba, because of the modifications of their policies, what we have happening there in Cuba is that there are many countries that did not have diplomatic ties with Cuba, and now Cuba is the hot topic, so they're now going to Cuba and establishing and forging diplomatic ties with them. So last year, apart from the U.S., we've had several other embassies that established missions there. And just to name a few, I'd like to highlight the UAE, and Gabon. And I'm told also that Kenya, for example, is also thinking of opening their mission in in Havana, Cuba. So St. Kitts and Nevis is actually serving at a very interesting period or phase in the history of Cuba. And I hope that the embassy there can capitalize and maximize on the benefits that could be reaped from our presence there. And we're hoping that with the presence of so many missions in Cuba as well, over 100, that we can do some country profiling and see how best some of these countries can assist us to develop our national development agenda and move forward from there into establishing ties with countries into whose markets we can advance, or we can actually get into these markets with some of our local businesses. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Stephen Goldstein. I am representing St. Kitts as honorary consul in Geneva. I'm probably one of the eldest member of the honorary council corps because I serve St. Kitts since 18 years. It is a very big honor for me, and it was very interesting developments going on. First of all, my goal were to get, let's say, the name of St. Kitts known also at the UN in Geneva. After the talk of our ambassador, it is difficult to tell all the stories about what's going on at the UN. But on our way, when I came in to the first time into the hall and I said I'm from St. Kitts and Nevis, there was a big silence, nobody knew, and there was not even a name shield with our name on it. Today, we are active as much as we can because as it is a one-man show. We have had a very strong support from the Foreign Ministry by Madame Bass, for example, who has been very closely related to the work we're doing now. Recently, we were involved in what we call a UPR, which means Universal Periodical Review of the Human Rights in all countries. And every country, at a rhythm of about 4.5, 5 years, has to present what's going on. And it was masterly presented by Madame Bass. It is important that you can just imagine we are, as we know, definitely a small country, but we had 155 remarks on different issues like death penalty, like gender issues. I mean, all the things which clearly we don't like to talk about, but they exist. So it was a very interesting meeting. We have been answering those questions about 4 weeks ago. They gave the position we have taken has been approved by the General Council of the Human Rights, which is completely different from what Ambassador Condor explained to you. What is important also is we have been co-sponsoring about 40 or 50 proposals. For example, St. Kitts was one of the first countries co-signing a motion against what was happening in Syria, which was thrown out by the Russians, the Chinese, and Cuba at that time. It's a very interesting situation, but you know, for me, the biggest satisfaction I have personally is that people, when I come and I say I represent St. Kitts and Nevis, they don't start to put their eyebrows up and saying, who's this guy, where's he coming from? So it's an achievement, and my personal position towards this country is I love the country, I love the people. I've been traveling now a little bit around the last few days in the country. It is developing because there are lots of things that you are not aware of because you're seeing them every day. And I have seen really that the country is getting more and more developed. From my point of view, although I don't know everything, it looks quite positive. And what I hope is the development should be bringing a lot of work for the people on the island. Well, that's all what I had to say. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm proud to be the honorary consul of the Federation to Germany. My name is Dr. Peter Ahner, and I am on duty in my office since 2008. The consulate is seated in the Free and Hansestadt Hamburg, which is the second largest city in Germany after Berlin, and has nearly 5 million inhabitants in the region. And it is place of the seats of more than 100 consulates in Germany. Beside my usual duties as an honorary consul, I am an attorney at law, specialist of maritime law and labor law, of aviation and shipping, as well as medical law. I am married and father of 6 children. Beside my typical duties as a consul, I arrange scholarships for students to Hamburg and German colleges and universities, and I bring business partners from both countries, St. Kitts and Nevis and Germany, in contact. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Gönül Eken. I am honorary consul St. Kitts and Nevis to Turkey. I represent this country with a really big honor, great honor. And 70 years ago, it was 1999, when I come this land, I saw a fairy tale country. I saw everybody. It is lovely, but now it's so modern and so developed. It's going to be not only a fairy tale specialty, but in the same time, very worldwide country. So I'm very happy to represent you. To Turkey. Turkey is a 80 million population country, wonderful country, and very interesting country because it has 8,000-year history. This is very big history, and many of layer of civilization it has. And location, very interesting, Asia, Europe, and Africa, in the south part of Africa, very specific. And one side, on the west side, is Balkany, and the east side is Middle East. It makes Turkey very difficult position. It is not easy to keep itself safe because Balkany and the Middle East always has the problems, you know. And population, different ethnic groups. Muslims, Christians, Jewish, we have different fractions, religious, and we are a secular country. Of course, you know better than me, we have problems, and I'm sure we will solve in soon future. And I represent St. Kitts not only of course, in Turkey, many good associations, international associations, and the consular corps associations, and also international associations. And I have another announcement. And this week, we will, as a Foreign Economic Relation Board, we will sign the MOU with the Chamber of Commerce in St. Kitts and Nevis.
My name is Eken, also. I am husband of Gönül Hanım. In 2007, I received my exequatur as Honorary Consul of St. Kitts and Nevis for the Kingdom of Belgium. I am very honored and too proud to represent in the heart of Europe, at the capital of Europe, this island, this beautiful island, and valuable people. I am member of Belgian Consular Union. I am in the board of directors. And at the same time, recently, I became the president of Federation of World Consuls around the world. We, like UN, our members are countries. And naturally, in the countries, they have a lot of members, honorary consuls. So we have more than 80 countries and more than 10,000 members. As a FICAC, we are recognized as NGO with ECOSOC statute by UN, and NGO by EU, and OS, Organization of American States. Recently, we decided to form a Foreign Ministers FICAC Forum. This is a think tank group that we would like the ministers of foreign affairs and honorary consuls discuss together international issues. And I will talk our Minister of Foreign Affairs. I couldn't get the time. He's too much for this organization, but I will talk about this, and I need the support of our Minister of Foreign Affairs. If we look Belgium is a small country, 10 to 11 million population, but in Belgium we have 3 federations, and we have 3 languages, French, Flemish, and German. We have Wallon region, Brussels region, and Flemish region. Belgium is playing a key role in Europe. You know, this is the capital of EU. The headquarters of EU is in Belgium. NATO is in Belgium. And we have more than 1,000 public and private international organizations. When we look at the relationship between Belgium and St. Kitts, Belgium is very well advanced in university, in education field, tourism field, and trade. Now the Europeans are looking new area for the tourism, and you know the Europe is not too much secure actually. We had a problem in Spain, we had a problem in Greece, in Turkey, even in Paris and in Belgium. So the people are looking new area, and Caribbean is actually, touch to wood, is the safe area for the moment, and I am sure it will still continue. So St. Kitts and Nevis also is it can be hub for the Caribbean region. When we look for the trade, Belgium before it was a producer of coal and steel, but actually the main business in Belgium is in the high tech and in trade. Education in Belgium, we have a lot of different kind of university. Medicine is very well developed, like here, because we can have also a different, we can exchange the student all together. And I think lobbying Belgium in EU is much more important. The CARICOM is undersigned the relation between they already signed with EU, but for Europe, the sign of lobbying St. Kitts and Nevis is very important, and we must sign some agreement together. In recently, diplomatic and government recognition of St. Kitts and Nevis has increased in Belgium, and I am sure that we will have more relationship between Belgium and St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Tessie Ekponobi. I represent St. Kitts and Nevis as the honorary consul in Nigeria, and I presented in August 2014. And in November 2014, I signed an MOU with a private airline which will be flying directly from Abuja, Nigeria, to St. Kitts and Nevis. This will be not only a gateway to St. Kitts and Nevis, but to the CARICOM community and Africa as a whole. I also observed that St. Kitts and Nevis people like Nigerian music as well as the Nollywood film industry. So I have attracted the artists. They will be on the inaugural flight to St. Kitts in June to present at the music festival. And some of them will also come in September for the independence. St. Kitts and Nevis tourism continue to be a big area for me. So what I do is I have been promoting St. Kitts in that respect. We have vacation packages such as weddings, honeymoon packages, as well as romantic packages. Nigerians have quite travel savvy. They travel quite a lot. So this is a good avenue for them to also get to know the other side of the Caribbean countries. And I look forward to making St. Kitts a vacation destination in Nigeria. Again, we presently have about 800 Nigerian medical students studying here in St. Kitts and Nevis, and I intend to continue to promote that field of industry, which is education, international education in Nigeria, as well as in St. Kitts. I started already talking to banks in Nigeria that will be interested in setting up operations here in St. Kitts and Nevis. So that is ongoing, and I look positive that very soon that will also be a reality here in St. Kitts and Nevis. I continue to attract investments from high net worth individuals, not just for the citizenship investment applications, but also for investment in St. Kitts, not for passport purposes only, but for the proper establishment of industries in St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you.
My name is Elsa Wilkin Armbruster, and I'm the Deputy Consul General in Dubai. My task is simple but complicated. Presently, the consulate offers its citizens there the opportunity to get their passports renewed, to get assistance if they need it. We have quite a bit of citizens in Dubai and in the surrounding countries. Part of my task is to develop better relationships. Currently, Dubai offers training in the area of healthcare, like they will train nurses from developing countries. We're trying to negotiate that. We'd have some nurses from the Federation to go to Dubai and get training. In terms of sustainable development, a team from the Middle East should be in the Federation later this year to do an assessment to see what the Federation needs in terms of developing sustainable energy, in terms of a desalination plant, and so on. In the area of art, a local artist was invited to Dubai to come in June to display his artwork in Dubai. In terms of education, the consulate has been exposing the young children of the Middle East to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis in terms of what we eat, in terms of our culture, in terms of where St. Kitts and Nevis is on the map, what we provide, and so on. In terms of at the university level, we are hoping to see an increase in the number of students from the Middle East applying to universities within the Federation.
Good day. My name is Justin Hawley. I'm presently working in Washington, D.C. under Dr. Philip Brown and Dr. Hull. I'm a counselor in the embassy, but I'm in the process of being transferred to Dubai to work with my colleague Elsa as the Consul General in Dubai. So I will not repeat what she said, but we will be working together and basically doing the same thing. Thank you.